everyone, welcome back to our channel. As you can tell, Haley is not currently with me, and that is because today I'm filming a solo Instagram how-to video. If you don't already know, I run my Instagram, Chen's Plate. It's right here. Please give it a follow if you don't already. I run it full-time. It's basically my full-time job. It's how I pay my bills. So I figured I would record a video breaking down some of the most helpful tips that I've learned over the last few years in order to create my successful Instagram brand, whatever it is, because in this day and age, running an Instagram full-time is a super legit job and a lot of people are doing it. So if it's something that you're interested in, this is the right video for you. Also, if you find this video helpful, I would love to create more, so just comment below or DM me on Instagram and let me know what more questions or tips you want to hear. I have created a lot of notes for myself, a little outline for this video. So I'll go through each tip kind of in a chronological order, very basically, very simply, and then again, like I said, if you want to hear more about it, just let me know. So tips 1 through 4 kind of go hand in hand, so I'll just go through them super quickly. The first is, what's your story? What are you offering people? Why should they follow you? And then just creating like a basic theme. So what's your story, what are you offering, and why are people following you? Those 3 things are super helpful to understand before you even create your page. So what are you trying to share on Instagram, and why should people be following you in order to get this information? So for me, I started my account as a health page, as a way to motivate myself to exercise, to lose weight, and then over the years it's transformed into a page where I share gluten-free, dairy-free, sometimes vegan recipes. So people are following me in order to gain the information, to see recipes, to recreate this food for themselves or for their families. So for example, if you want to create an interior design page, what's your basic idea? Do you like dark accents? Do you like bright colored pieces in your interior design projects? I don't know interior design very well, but anyway. So what are you offering on your page? Is it interior design tips? Is it just really fun interior design photography? Is it tools to create a perfect home? I don't know, but you do. So find your story, find the information that you want to give to your viewers, and then create that on your page. As an example, Haley has her Instagram called Haley in the City. She's a lifestyle brand. She wants to create content that is based off of her life in New York City. Hence her name, Haley in the City. She's created a theme, she's created a vibe, she's created an energy that people want to follow. Once you have the basic idea of why your viewers or why your audience is following you, pick a name. Pick a name that kind of encompasses what you are offering. So for me, it was Chen's Plate because my name is Chen, and then my plate is like my life, my food, my everything. So it kind of encompassed whatever I wanted to share. Haley in the City, Haley, and then in the city because she lives in New York. I think finding a name that is unique to your page is super helpful in order to grow your brand, because let's say someone is on Instagram and they want New York City photos. They might type in New York City and Haley might pop up just because of the fact that city is in her name. You can just pick your name if that's what you want. Don't let me stop you. But I found that this tip is super helpful for someone trying to grow their page from the ground up. Once you have your basic idea, what you're offering, and your name, then land on a theme. So if you like darker photos, go with that and roll with it throughout your whole page. For me, it was really bright, saturated photos. So when I would take my photos, it'd always be in the same place, in the same lighting, with the same filter on the app that I use, Foodie. I'll put it right here. Love this app to edit my food photos. You can use it for other stuff, not just food. And I use that throughout my page to keep my theme looking orderly and nice. Throughout the years, obviously my theme has changed. So as you progress and as your brand progresses, feel free to change your theme, but try to keep it the same as you flow and as you move on. That way when a brand finds you or a person finds you, they might be like, yes, this theme, this brightness of this Instagram, I love, or the darkness of this Instagram, I love. Roll with it, stick with it. You know your vibe, so put that on your page. So those are the basic tips, kind of like step 1 of getting your Instagram off the ground. And then once it's off the ground, you can really start to interact. So interaction is like, I think, the most important part of growing your brand and the most important part of getting to the point where you are making money off of your Instagram. So the parts of like step 2 or tip number 2 is comments, DMs. Reach out to brands and just like be someone that people want to talk to. So if someone finds your page and they like a photo, they leave you a comment, respond to their comment. Say thank you so much for taking the time to do this. DM them, say thank you again. This person is taking the time out of their day to like your photo, to leave you a comment, to make you feel special. So make them feel special because they truly are. They've taken the time to help your brand, so give them a thank you. Also be sure to interact with other people. So follow other accounts that are similar to yours or that you like their photos, comment on their photos, create a community for yourself, because at the end of all of this, you want your brand, your Instagram, to be your business. You don't have a coworker that's sitting right next to you and working. You want to have someone that you can text or call or FaceTime and be like, hey, I have a question. So create a community for yourself super early on, so when the time comes, you already have an amazing bank of people that you can rely on. And then at this point, you can really start to talk to brands. Maybe you meet a brand randomly online and you DM them. Don't hesitate to DM or talk to a brand, because you just never know what that brand might say. I reached out to one of my favorite brands. It was a water bottle brand, and I said, hey, I'm a really big fan. I'd love to work with you. They saw my followers. I think I had like 3,000 at the time after some time of growing my account. And they were like, we'd love to send you a free water bottle. And yes, a free water bottle does not pay the rent, but a free water bottle is really cool. And I got to keep that. I got to post it on my stories, and it just made me feel really special. And it really helped me grow my account even more, because now I knew that I could get something out of it, whether it was a product or whether it was money, and it just kept me motivated to keep going. Talk to brands, and if they're offering you free stuff, take it. Obviously, don't take it if it has nothing to do with you or if you don't actually like it, but take in these free products, say thank you to these brands, and then post about their items. If a brand has taken the time to send you a free water bottle or a bag of snacks or a clothing item, post on your page, say thank you, and then send them an email. Show them the statistics of that page, of how that post did. Did that post get 100 likes? Show that to them. Show them how well their product did on your page, because maybe in the future they'll want to work with you again. So build a relationship with not only people on Instagram, but the brands of Instagram, because you never know who in the future might want to work with you again. So as you're building all of this, your basic idea, your community, your followers, your people, then you can start to actually make money from your Instagram, which is why you're all here. So first, like, big tip for starting to make money is create a media kit. I'll put my media kit right here so you can see it. I loved making this. I make it on Canva. Canva is an amazing tool to make graphics. It's easy to use. I bought myself an account just because I use it so much. Make a media kit. Show brands what you can create, what you're willing to offer them. Are you willing to offer them video content, story content, static posts, which is just a post on your page? Are you willing to make a bundle for them? Show them on your media kit what you're willing to offer. That way, when a brand sends you an email and says, hey, I want to work with you, you already have the kit that you can attach to your email and say, look what I can do for you. And that makes that brand want to work with you 100 times more. From there, set your prices. So whether it is a price for a story, a price for a post, a price for a blog post, whatever it is, know your prices in the back of your mind. Very early on, I asked one of my friends what her biggest tip is for pricing. At the time, she said for every 10,000 followers, it's $100. So let's say you have 10,000 followers and a brand wants you to post for them. You would say, amazing, I charge $100 for this post. Now, I don't know if that's the same for every single person, and up until I had 30,000 followers, that's what I would do. From then on, I realized my worth was way more than $300 a post, and I started charging brands way more money than that. So once you have that number established, know that in the back of your mind. Maybe create a little media kit that's separate for yourself that has your prices so that you know what you want to charge brands. Once you know what you want to charge brands, allow yourself to feel comfortable with negotiation. So a brand might send you an email and say, hey, we want to do a post and we're willing to pay you $400 for that one post. But let's say your price range at a minimum is $1,000. Say, hey, I'd love to work with you. I love your brand, if you do, obviously, and say, this is my price range. That brand might come back and say, yes, I love that price, let's do it. Or they might say, no, we can't afford that. Can we go a little bit lower? Negotiate your price, decide how low you're willing to go in order to work with a brand, and then go from there. But just remember, and please remember, you are worth so much more than you think. So for a long time, I thought my brand was worth so little, and I was not making a full-time income in order to pay my bills, to pay my rent, and I needed another job in order to sustain my lifestyle. However, if you know your worth and you know how much money you need to be making in order to sustain your living, keep that price in the back of your mind so that you always know what your goal is, what you're shooting for, and what you need in order to be successful. Once you're negotiating with these brands and you're making contracts for a single post, start to work up from there and make long-term collaboration. And my biggest tip in order to do that is to, again, make these amazing connections with these brands. So if you have a brand that you've worked with one time and you're posted really well with them, go to your analytics, screenshot the analytics, and show the brand how amazing that one post did. Send them an email, say, look how amazing we did together. Think about what else we could do together in order to grow your brand and your own. And then ask for a long-term contract. Tell them what you're willing to offer, what kind of content you're willing to give, what your price range is for a long-term contract, and then keep your fingers crossed that brand is looking for that, because a long-term contract gives you peace of mind that you have an income coming in for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months to a year. My ultimate goal is to have at least 1 year-long contract. And then finally, my biggest tip, just from the very beginning to the very end, is engage with your audience. I cannot stress this enough. Answer answer comments, answer DMs, comment back on other people's posts. Make relationships with these people because these people are inevitably going to be your coworkers, not in the same way that you might have in an office space, but these people can help you grow in the future. So I've gone to food expos with some of these people that I met through Instagram. They've helped me, they've answered all my questions. These people are your coworkers from now until forever, as long as your Instagram is up and running. So continue to engage with your audience, make these relationships, build this community, because these are the people that are gonna help you grow. I don't know if I've answered any of the following questions that I even wrote myself. I didn't even follow this outline. This is what happens when I record without Haley. But anyway, if this video was helpful, please let me know. Please comment, like, subscribe, the usual. If you want to see more of these videos, I promise I have way more tips up my sleeve and way more information that I can give you. So just comment what else you'd like to know. DM me with any questions you have. I promise I'll make more helpful videos. And that's it. Oh, before I forget, shop our Etsy. Again, it's right here. We make some really cool tie-dye stuff, all handmade. Haley and I put a lot of effort into it, so support our very small teensy business. And yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.